Known to man, Game of Thrones.
It didn't catch any of that. But we keep going. Wait. Let's take it from the top. Ready? And...
Bam, 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 bam. Which camera are we even?
Skycam. Wait,
wow.
Stop right there for a second. That's when my streaming service starts to buffer and the rest of the song kicks in.
Oh. And I'm going to go like this, and then maybe it will line up with
No,
my
it's good.
mouth.
It's lined up. Look at your camera as you talk.
Yeah, but not when we go live.
No, I fixed it.
Oh.
I fixed the latency.
Nice.
Yeah. So, where you at, Kevin?
Well, what I was saying is Game of Thrones has the longest intro of any show quite possibly ever.
Yeah, it gets a little annoying, and you would think that, like, with the, increase in possible budget, that they may have, tried something a little different.
Each episode was supposedly like $14 million or something crazy like that.
New season.
Yeah.
But what I'm talking, bro, that intro is the day one intro. That intro has been around forever, and it
changes every time.
No, it doesn't.
Pay attention, Frank. Stop hitting next on Netflix.
It's the same little building blocks that just pop up.
But they're different buildings.
Who cares?
They coincide with whatever the show's going to be about.
I think I might have noticed that, but I did notice that I can make that shit in like SimCity or something like that. It's really fucking dumb. If they want to give me, I don't know, $500,000 of that $14 million, I'll make an intro for them. Hell, I made a damn good intro for us here today.
You did?
Yeah.
So
we just didn't hear it properly. So,
intros, what would be the most memorable show intros? This is not on the notes, but I just thought about it.
Come on, Friends is up there.
What just happened?
Something fell off the wall.
There's ghosts in here. There's for sure ghosts in this room.
Yeah. Friends was a big intro, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
I'll be there for you. But was that already a song before Friends?
I don't even know.
I don't either.
I don't know. We weren't, this wasn't anything we were talking about, so definitely didn't look any of that up.
Nope, but that's how I like to play it.
What else?
So the shortest intro ever, Lost. Boom.
Yeah, that's
the whole thing.
Oh, what about, what are the Law and Order?
You're forgetting the most important one ever.
What's up?
Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
Oh, yeah, that's a big timer.
This is the story.
I don't. You know what? It's funny because I don't know the words if I were to just sing it right now, but I can sing along with it and I wouldn't miss a word.
You know another one everyone knows?
What's up?
Flintstones.
Yeah.
Meet the Flintstones.
And the Jetsons, right? But I can't think of, because a lot of shows now usually start with something, right? And then they go into whatever, it'll lead right into their title screen.
A lot of them are using real rock songs, though. Like, what is it? The CSI is the old rock song. I forget who sang it. But anyways, most of them use a lot of, music that's already out.
Like the White Stripes, Seven Nation Army?
Yeah. No. But I don't think that's the one.
No, we got in trouble for that one.
The modified version.
So we didn't greet anybody. We didn't say welcome to the Ordinary Guy show. We didn't do anything, right?
We don't even want you here tonight.
Me? No, you guys?
The listeners. The three listeners.
Yeah. We are hanging out. All things are sort of... We are hanging out, and we don't care if you're listening. We do care if you're listening. I take it back. But, yeah, not a ton going on. By the time you guys listen to this one's going to be recorded. But we had some big stuff happen in the last couple of days, so we figured we'd get together and talk about it. Dude, you just read something that we were talking about earlier. It just popped up on your feed. Happened like 6 hours ago or something.
What?
Golf?
Oh.
The greatest golfer ever.
Now I'm going to forget his name again. Why can I not remember it?
Shooter McGavin.
Freaking Shooter McGavin got arrested for a DUI a while back, but now he's just gotten his conviction. So
he just officially got sentenced.
The man that eats pieces of crap for breakfast is now doing it with a felony.
Yep.
Is a DUI a felony?
I think so.
I don't know that answer.
We're going to say yes and let somebody correct us.
I think it'd be like a third degree.
Felony? It was. I know it's not a. I mean, there's like killing 100 people, then DUI.
I think it's way below.
It's close.
So, greatest golfers alive, of course, Shooter McGavin is number 2, right behind Happy Gilmore.
Yeah, Happy's number 1.
Third is Jack Nicklaus.
Yep.
And then fourth is supposed to be Sam Snead because he's supposedly won a lot of tournaments. But I put Tiger right there because I do have to say this. Even before this, and if you don't know, Tiger went and won the Masters. Uh-oh.
Blake, we're recording a podcast, bro. Okay. Thanks, pal.
And anyways, back to Tiger and the Masters, and this is why we're the Ordinary Guys show. What other show can you listen to that a child will scream through the door to tuck him in?
He wants a rocket booster, and I feel bad because the whole rocket booster process is fun. I usually make him stand out with his arms out, and I check his wings, and I check to see if his reflexes. I tickle his pits.
Oh my goodness!
Make sure he's got fuel in the tank. Spank his butt a little bit, tickle his belly, and then I usually count down from 5, but way before I get to 1, I blast him off so that his head's all jarred and he's not ready for it. And on the way up the stairs, I kind of slam him into a couple walls, and then I throw him in the bed. We always crash. The rocket has never landed.
Sounds a little like child abuse.
It's fun. He laughs and usually passes out by the time he hits the bed,
Because he's knocked out.
Most likely, but it works. So anyway.
Well,
Detour.
Tiger, after 14 very long years of boring-ass golf, he has finally won that green jacket again. And I thank God he has because it's good to have him back because, honestly, I have not cared about golf at all. Now, not to say I really care about it anymore, but I care about it a little more now.
I at least will look for the name now, right? Because remember that stretch when he was just out, not even playing? I couldn't care less. There was a couple people that got exciting for a minute or two, right? McIlroy and
I couldn't even tell you what he looked like.
There's a couple people got exciting for a bit where you're like, man, I hope this is good because Tiger pulled me into golf, so hopefully there's somebody else that would be exciting. But that's a huge layoff between, championships, right?
Tiger, when I heard he was winning the Masters and that he was going to win it, supposedly, and he got down to, let's say the last 2 holes, I watched golf. I turned golf on the TV for the first time in probably 14 years.
I know a lot of people were glued in, and that's really, really cool because whatever sport, right? We don't have there you got a LeBron James, you've got Brady, but Brady's not like an exciting person to watch. You know what I'm trying to say? And neither is LeBron for that matter.
Yeah, but at least basketball and football are fun to watch in general.
They're fun to watch in general, but if you're talking about an individual, he pulls you in the same way like Michael Phelps did with swimming. Not a lot of people gave 2 craps about swimming.
No one cared about swimming.
They just want to see America win.
I don't think
medals.
Michael Phelps cared about swimming. He just knew he was good at it.
He knew he was good at it. Yeah.
So he's like, I'm going to eat 6,000 calories and I'm going to go burn it off by swimming and winning 12, 16, or whatever medals he did.
That dude's an animal.
He, though, with his body type and, his goofiness, because you can tell the dude's goofy.
Yeah.
From interviews and stuff. That's the only sport I feel like he could have been great at. And he helped. Like LeBron, if LeBron played football, LeBron would be tops in football.
Yeah.
If LeBron played baseball, same thing. He can do everything. But Michael Phelps was pigeonholed in the swimming world.
Yeah.
He had to be.
Oh, for sure. That's what he had right there.
Who's the greatest athletes of our time? Not generation, but the last 20 years.
Are we counting Jordan?
No, we're going to say 10 years. So ones that are still playing.
Man, so Tiger would have been in there, but that's still a little long. 2005 was his last.
He seems like he's winning again, though. This ain't the first tournament he's been coming out at.
I was talking to our buddy Sam about it, who follows golf a lot more than we do. And, he kind of mentioned that Tiger's probably only going to play majors from now on.
I don't think he's at that age yet. Well, he's healthy finally.
Well, no. Majors as in,
major tournaments.
Major tournaments.
I think there's 5 a year.
Something like that. So he's basically just going to get himself major ready.
He'll play this one over in Orlando because that's on his home court.
Well, so my point was maybe he's going to do a couple charity ones or a couple of the local ones that don't require him. He's not, going to
What's the one where we play all the Europeans? Ryder Cup?
Yeah.
We never won that thing.
No, I think so. I was looking at some stats, and I don't know.
And they make such a big deal about it, too. Listen, Europeans, I know we got one of you listening. You may beat us in golf, but check us out in basketball. They're terrible at baseball.
Yeah.
Like, I don't even think they can play. Name one good European baseball player.
It's called cricket.
Exactly. They had to go create some stupid sport that makes no sense. Have you ever watched it?
Cricket?
Yeah, I'm like, he hit a home run, and then he's out.
Yeah.
And there's sticks, and there's bouncing of the ball.
But they play with wooden balls.
And then they have a bat and a racquetball.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't make any sense.
It's really weird.
Yes.
I knew an Australian that tried to teach me how to play cricket once.
And there you go again. Europeans, they're like, oh, we can't play football, so we're going to go play this weird little rugby game.
Yeah, rugby.
We kick the football, and it bounces around. We all scrum.
And rugby's, like, way more violent than football.
It is. But I feel like you just have to be a brute to be good at that sport.
Sure.
Like
Andre the Giant would have been phenomenal.
Like the athleticism, I don't feel has to be as high, and I'm sure I'm offending some people seriously.
Probably.
But let's be realistic. There is no rugby player that is as athletic as, let's say, half of the NFL players.
Oh, I don't know.
Because all those rugby players would be playing football if they could, because there's more money in it.
Way more. That's true. Now that money is such a big deal, right? That's why, like,
I'm sure there's like 5 rugby players that make good
Well,
cash.
that's why soccer players would rather...
Soccer players make a fortune, the high-end ones.
But some of them would much rather kick field goals.
Yeah, because you never... Dude, you only kick 3 times a game.
And you don't have to do any work.
And then you can go, ole, 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 and smoke a cigarette while you're doing it.
Great movie.
Yes.
That is a great movie.
Yes.
Can we rate that movie real quick?
The Replacements, 9.5.
9.5?
It's as close to a 10 as you can get.
Yeah. I would round down to 9 if we couldn't do half stars.
Whole movie's great.
The whole movie's great. What's that stuff that he had to rub all over him and he smelled like shit when he went back to her?
I forget.
You know what I'm talking about, though, right?
Yam
something.
That's
or
what
another.
it was. Yeah. I just my favorite guys were the 2 black bodyguards that are sitting there and they're bodyguarding somebody and they get the call, "We gonna play football."
Yep.
Remember that? And they just leave the person they're guarding.
I love when the sumo wrestler eats like, what is it, like 30 eggs?
I'm bulking up, coach.
I'm bulking up, coach. He eats all those eggs and then he throws up and they just shift the whole huddle on the field. And he's like, hey, it's the first thing they did together.
I love the coach too. Like everybody was cast perfect.
It was perfect.
Absolutely perfect.
It was perfect.
Bring it on for the Yosa. And the freaking who has a deaf tight end?
I don't know.
And I love how he's still dancing.
Yep. I love it.
If you haven't seen The Replacements, my God, Shawshank and The Replacements.
2 best movies of all time.
Yes. And when we have Kerry back on, he will narrate The Replacements.
All right. So let's wrap up Tiger real quick. Tiger had a huge weekend. He won the Masters.
Let's be honest. Why did he win? Because he's back into the hookers. It has to be.
I think he's back. You think he's back into women?
I think here's what I think. I think like with anybody, when they screw up and it's their fault that they get divorced, it plays with you, like your emotions. Golf, to most of golf is mental. Like a lot of sports, they say is 99% mental. That's not true because you could be the smartest person in the world and still suck at, basketball if you're 3 foot tall. But golf is like a mental game. So when his mental aspect of that game was out the window, it shot him in the foot, man. And obviously it did for 14 years. And then he had the injuries and whatnot. But I don't think it was the injuries per se. I think he truly realized he screwed up, and it was just with him at all times. And I think now he's out of it.
I agree with you on it's really, really tough because that was so public. That thing
he ran into his own tree.
I know, man. That was so public. And it's like, it's not necessarily a fall from grace, right? Because he wasn't in Graceland. It's like tearing down your idols in a way, right? He was Bon Jovi. I
felt bad for him though.
Yeah.
Like most sports stars, like if LeBron did the same crap, I'd be like, haha, that's funny.
Yeah.
I would not care at all. But with Tiger, for some reason, I felt bad for him.
I did feel bad for him. You know what I think it is too is you're going from team sports to individual sports.
Well, that and Tiger's never been arrogant, or at least I've never seen it. Like LeBron has that arrogance about him. Jordan had that arrogance about him.
He's pretty arrogant. I actually served him dinner once when I worked.
Well, he doesn't
at a
show it on
place.
TV. Let's put it that way.
No, but that's why he actually tried. He tried to avoid people for the most part. When he wasn't feeling it because he didn't want to be that guy. And he did try to be good. You know what? It's just that humble didn't really suit him well. You get what I'm trying to say? So it's like after all this stuff happened, you're embarrassed. You're humbled. You're embarrassed because every time they pair him up with somebody on the course, that dude's like, I wonder if that dude just banged out like 3 strippers today.
That wasn't the worst of it though. The fact that if it would have come out and it had been like, oh, Tiger's been cheating on his wife with some blonde Russian prostitute or something, that would have been bad enough. But no, he was said to be like standing in the corner of a room in a suit and like watching and doing all weird stuff. You don't remember any of this?
I do.
Like it was very odd what he was doing. It wasn't normal. Like
Yeah.
and I think that's why I felt a little bad for him because I feel like something runs deeper when people do weird stuff like that.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. Like, some people like to get shit on. We learned that from one of our previous episodes.
Maybe his dad's like Joe Jackson, although his dad's supposedly pretty awesome.
Tiger's dad?
Or was.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I heard. I don't know. But look, here's the deal. Everybody's got their own flavor of porn. Tiger could just afford to make his own flavor of porn a reality, all right? And for the longest time, I don't want to say getting away with it because he wasn't doing anything like, I mean, there's some stuff, but he wasn't doing anything ridiculously criminal. You know what I mean? He just had a dark, dirty little side. And, when that comes out, it's probably super embarrassing because it was working for him. Everything was working for him, right? He's the executive CEO, killer crusher of his own life. And all of a sudden shit gets thrown back at him. And you're like,
it bombed.
Yeah.
His ex-wife, though, you got to give her credit. I'm sure she was very upset, obviously. And she didn't seem to shame him all that much. Not publicly.
No, she let him do that himself. Bro, these girls were just, like, waking up in the morning and they were, like, having, oh, you know what? Tiger fucked me once, too.
Yeah.
Let's
I
talk about
imagine
it.
that half of them probably were fake. But still.
I bet he couldn't tell the difference, though.
Yeah, when you get to that level.
I bet he didn't know which ones were real and which ones weren't.
I think he did right by not trying to deny it and lie about it, though.
Yeah.
Like, he left it alone.
Yeah.
As bad as it was, he did the best.
Yeah.
I want to get back to one thing I
glad
was
it didn't
saying.
turn out to be like a Bill Cosby thing, because that could have been fucking
No,
awful.
at least his were, semi-legal. Because I don't know if he was paying them. Like, he would take them out.
Yeah, but
like
even
it was
if
their choice.
Even if he paid for some of them, it's not like he,
raped them.
drugged them. Yeah.
Yeah, they were willing.
Yeah. So Tiger. That's the difference between Tiger Woods and Bill Cosby.
There's a lot of difference between Tiger Woods and Bill Cosby.
But anyway, what were you gonna say?
Well, we never finished the list of the greatest athletes, and I forgot one that's very important. Serena Williams is probably the greatest women's tennis player of all time.
Roger Federer.
That's another one.
He's pretty damn
I always
good.
thought Pete Sampras was going to be the best, and he's not anymore.
Roger's in. Nadal has his number, I think, on
Right
clay,
now,
but
there is more good tennis players, and nobody cares about tennis.
Nope.
But there's more good tennis players right now than ever in the history of tennis.
Yeah.
If you look into it. Because Rafael Nadal could have beat anybody.
way back, yeah.
Anybody from back in the day.
Yep. I can't believe Federer's still kicking ass.
And he's better than Rafael.
Yep.
Although I don't know who's number one now.
I don't know. I don't keep track enough. So Tiger needs 3 more major championships to pass Jack. 2 more tour wins to pass Sam Snead for all time. So Tiger is like, it's kind of like watching the home run. This is not as frequent, right? But every time Tiger plays now, people are going to be looking for that win because he's 2 away from.
I think he'll ride
most of all time.
I think he rides on emotion, obviously, and
Yep.
I think he's going to ride pretty dang high after this.
I
bet you he keeps winning.
You have any predictions? I don't think he wins another major this year. I think he does win.
Well, very few players wins 2 majors a year.
Dude, was it 2000? I think in year 2000 he won like 5. What the fuck did he? Something like that.
There's only 5. I don't think he won all 5.
I have to look up the Tiger stat, but anyway, I honestly want to say that he did. Let's see. Oh, so no. So in 2000, he had 9 PGA Tour wins.
But not.
No, it didn't say majors. It just says 9 total. But anyway.
Golf is such a crazy sport and the amount of money.
There's tons.
It's funny how the landscape of what sports are popular. So when we were younger, the most popular sport was baseball when we were kids in America. Now baseball is probably 3, 4. So number one's obviously football.
Oh, wait. Sorry. Total career earnings off just wins. This isn't sponsors, no endorsements, nothing. This is total career earnings off of golf wins. $118,309,570.
Which isn't even a teeny amount of what Nike pays him.
It's a teeny amount of what Nike pays him, but that has got to be the most that anybody's made. I would
Sounds
imagine.
pretty good for playing a game you love.
Yeah. Yeah.
Be a great job, wouldn't it?
Dude, 2018. So 2018, he was ranked second in the FedEx Cup ranking. He made over $5 million, and he had 7 top 10 finishes.
Yeah, so everybody acts like he's been terrible. He's been good still.
He's been climbing back. Listen to this, though. This number is crazy. He's played in 352 events, and he's made the cut 322 times. That means that every time he plays, he's on for Sunday.
His bad day is people's legendary lifetime
For
best
sure.
goal, and most people will never even get close to there.
Top 10 finishes, 196. Third place finishes, 19, 31. Second place finishes, 81. 81 wins. So, yeah, 9 in 2000 is pretty good number.
Well, it shows
crazy.
It shows you golf is making money, and that's what I was going to say is I feel like golf was on an uptick. I would say when Tiger was at his prime, right, and Phil was still at his prime, and you still had Daly in the sport, like he drew people, and Bubba Watson was big back then too. But then you had these players that were bigger than life, so to speak, in golf. Golf moved up in like the top 5 sports.
Right.
Back then, though, NASCAR was huge. Now NASCAR, I don't know what happened. NASCAR's gone to crap. Like, have you seen how empty these stadiums are?
Yeah.
Like, empty.
Yeah. I don't, everybody needs that, like, what do you call that?
They need that rivalry because you had Phil and you had Tiger, and those two would always battle out. Kind of like, you had Earnhardt, Elliott, Petty. Now, name one racer now. I can.
I don't know who's racing.
Jimmy Johnson, Matt Kenseth.
Jimmy Johnson's still racing?
Yeah, Kenseth. But it's not there.
Right.
The fights and the rivalry that's off of that track, that's where it's missing. Well, that and you can't put Winston on the side of a car.
Right.
So.
Yeah, so the big tobacco money left. I mean, that was a ton of money right there.
The Tampon 400. Pulled some strings to get some tickets in this one.
Oh, man. All right, so Tiger kicked ass. All right, so congratulations, Tiger. I hope I wish you more success because it would be really cool to have lived in the time of Tiger.
I feel like he's going to revert and go right back, but this time it's going to be okay because he's not married.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Get it over with. You know what? And then on top of that, win more and hang out. He was hanging out with Michael Jordan. They were buddies. Derek Jeter, Michael Jordan, Tiger Woods, Roger Federer.
You hear how you said that. You said he was hanging out with Michael Jordan. At the end of his career, if he does break all these records and makes not only the greatest comeback ever, but has like a string of years where he somehow pulls out of his rear end, like he just keeps winning, you're going to later on in your life say, oh, well, Michael Jordan was eating with Tiger.
Yeah, Michael Jordan was hanging out with Tiger Woods.
Yeah, because then Tiger will have eclipsed Jordan.
Yeah.
And I do feel like Tiger would have eclipsed Jordan if this didn't happen to him prior.
Oh, dude, come on. The last 14 years have been like a slow recovery process, dude. He would have just kept – he would have tapered off at some point. But still, I think he would be –
He just won the hardest tournament on the hardest course in the entire world against the greatest players in the freaking universe, and he did it pretty handily.
Yeah, he did a good job.
He's still got it. They keep saying, oh, well, this will probably be – even the announcers are like, it's so good to see Tiger get this for him. Like they're making it out like it's going to be his last one. I truly think
I think he's got more in him.
this is his ignition because you can play freaking golf till you're 80.
Yeah, people like him are addicted to it, though. He's going to go
still
out
in
there.
great shape.
He's probably hitting a ton of balls. Apparently, his back is really messed up, though. Like long-term, permanently jacked up.
It looked pretty good the other day.
Yeah, he's had a bunch of back surgeries.
Nothing a little cortisone won't fix.
You know, and he's not bad. For 43 years old, he's 6'1", 185 pounds. Not bad.
Yeah, but you sit there and tell a football player about his back, and they'll laugh at you.
Well, Tigers want to tell you that his back is all jacked up. Something else happened today in sports. Was it today?
Yesterday.
Yesterday? What happened?
If we're talking about Russell Wilson,
Yeah.
he makes Tiger numbers look like nothing.
Yep.
Man just signed a $140 million deal for 4 years.
$140 million, 4 years.
I'm happy for the man. He seems like a genuinely good person. And isn't he with, like,
Smoking hot chick.
Sierra or
Yeah.
somebody? Like,
Yeah.
old rapper chick?
Yep, that's $35 million a year for you people not mathematically inclined.
Which those numbers may be wrong because Frank's doing them.
That's accurate.
Did you put it in the calculator?
I did.
But Russell Wilson, I'm happy for the guy because obviously he was undersized. He was overlooked. Dolphins could have had him, passed on him because of his size. Pop quiz. What college did he go to?
Russell Wilson?
Yep.
I don't remember. It was a smaller school, wasn't it?
Well, not really. Just not known for championships. Wisconsin.
Wisconsin. I would not have guessed Wisconsin.
Yep. Undersized, always overlooked, and now the man he's a top 5 QB.
Sure. He won't lose you a game. You know what I mean? It won't be his fault.
I didn't think he was that great until recently when he still is able to win with that team because that team has nothing.
Yeah.
He's
a competitor.
Yes.
He's
Doug Flutie, but
look,
with more
I
athleticism.
I hate saying it because the horse has been beat to death. He's like a Tim Tebow with a little more talent.
A lot more talent.
I didn't want to go that far, but yes. But Tebow,
Is he still playing baseball?
yeah, he just moved up. He's on the actual minor league team for the Mets now.
Whoopty freaking! He's 100 years old now.
Tebow?
He needs to know when to hang it up.
He'll be playing in the major soon.
He's hosting some TV show now, though, the $1 Million Mile or something.
Yeah,
Which is, I think that is his true. He believes obviously in God-given callings. The man is sitting on a gold mine on just being a motivational speaker.
Yeah, he's got all the rest of his life to do that. The dude wants to hit some baseballs, let him hit some baseballs.
But he is built to be either a preacher or a motivational speaker or an announcer of some sorts.
He is built to be whatever the hell he wants to be. The dude's jacked.
Except a quarterback in the NFL.
He won a playoff game.
He can't throw any better than me.
He's terrible. Anyway.
He'd have been a great tight end.
He would have been a great tight end, but he said he wouldn't play anything else. So
Nope.
I admire him for sticking to his guns on that.
I guess he didn't have to deal with concussions.
Nah, I don't think it was all that bad, right? I don't remember him having any sort of major
He didn't
injuries.
take a whole lot of knocks. Plus, he was bigger than most of the linebackers, so it's kind of like Ben Roethlisberger. I mean,
That's
how
a
you
good
going to hurt
quarterback.
him? Speaking of people that get in trouble,
Yeah, Ben Roethlisberger.
he is a rapist.
Yeah,
And
he's a rapist, not therapist.
Yes, the rapist. His ass likes to get in motorcycle wrecks, too.
Yeah, he's kind of an idiot, but whatever.
He's perfect for Pittsburgh.
Yeah, Pittsburgh's full of those people. Love you guys in Pittsburgh. I don't think we have any fans over there, so why
No.
not put that off for another week? So, tax season. Did you get your taxes done in time?
Of course I did. I did them the day they were available. Like the day I got my W-2.
Yeah, I finished mine on Monday. I was a little nervous that I wouldn't get them in time. The reason is Janet was paying somebody to have hers done because she had some changes last year. Normally we do them together, but she had some changes last year, so she wanted to pay somebody to review them, which is fine because even doing it myself, I have to pay a decent amount of money. So you might as well pay somebody. And that person has yet to return her call on whether or not they were even filed on time.
Really?
Yep.
Is this a local CPA or a friend?
This is somebody local who offered. That's the problem. So it's like friendly thing that offered. Don't offer
Rule
to
of
do
thumb.
things that you can't fucking do.
Not that. Rule of thumb. If it's important, don't get it for free.
Right. Well, no, she's paying. She's paying. So this wasn't a freebie, but this was somebody who offered, who went out of their way to get her business, if that makes sense. Right? So it's like me saying, hey, Kevin, I really want to, dude, I would love to paint your house for you. And you're calling me for like the next 6 months trying to schedule something. I'm like, oh, You could have went with somebody else a long time ago.
I've been trying to get you to tile my washroom for like 6 months.
But I never offered.
Janet did.
Janet did. No. So, no, taxes, I mean, whatever. We got them done. Tax season's just kind of crazy. I have a couple friends. Do you have anybody who does taxes, like who works for an accountant or anything?
Not that I like hang out with.
I know a couple people that I don't like necessarily hang out with them on a daily basis, but I definitely know that they get pretty damn crazy this time of year.
Yeah, it's, and then they don't just end because a lot of them they file extensions for.
Yeah, so they'll be working for a while, but at least it thins out their crap. Other stuff going on. Somebody's going to need to file an insurance claim.
Me?
Notre Dame burnt down.
Oh, I thought we were talking about my claim.
Oh, well, we can't talk about that yet, right?
At this point, I don't even care.
No, let's not talk about it.
It's so ridiculous at this point.
Well, as everybody know, you guys know, Kevin, we talked about it a while back. Kevin got into a car accident. Was not his fault. Blah, 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 blah. Lawsuit going on. Insurance claim.
Shout out to Bob. Because Bob told me about diminished value on a car claim. Never even knew about that. Been in tons of car accidents that are not my fault. In fact, I think I've been in one car accident that's been my fault my entire life. I've been in 3 total car accidents and like 8 total accidents.
That's crazy.
It's nuts. It's like I have a red X on my head. I'm also in the car a lot. So
yeah, be careful because that red X kind of looks like a...
So anyways, diminished value claim, just to let you know in case you don't know because I didn't. If you get into an accident and since it's not your fault, you can actually get your car assessed because, if you have a clean Carfax and now you don't, your car's not worth as much money, you can ask for that money. And they'll pay it. So.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah. And accident that I had prior to this one several months ago, I filed for it, and it was a small accident. And I'm like, I'll file for it and see how it goes to see if I want to do it for this big one where the whole butt end of my car got knocked off.
Yeah.
They offered me straight up $300.
Nice.
Yeah, I could have gotten a lot of money from all ones in the past.
Yeah, that's crazy. So thanks, Bob, for pointing that out. Yeah. So, maybe remind me. We'll write that in on the show notes.
Diminished value. They call it something else on websites like that. But what you got to do is you're supposed to go to like an actual person and pay a certain amount of money, and they'll
file
evaluate.
It for you.
But there's a site online that you can do it. It's like $50. That's what I did. And it worked.
That's pretty cool. So Notre Dame apparently
Notre Dame or Notre Dame?
Well, it's
Notre Dame.
Can we call it Notre Dame?
Can we call it France Says Shit Weird?
Can we call it where Rudy played football?
Can we say that whoever accidentally started that fire is going to be in a lot of trouble?
Yes, we can say that because you know what they almost burnt down? Jesus Christ, Crown of Thorns.
Now, who's to say that's really the... Listen.
I mean, this is going to make a real good segue to Game of Thrones here in a second.
Jesus to the Game of Thrones.
Going for the wooden crown.
I'm not Catholic, but I felt for it.
Well, I didn't even think religion, to be honest with you. I thought historical landmark. You know what I mean?
It'd be like the Taj Mahal burning down.
It's like anything with that kind of
I don't
value.
think it could, though, isn't it marble?
Taj Mahal?
Yeah.
Something could burn down. The shit inside of it can burn down. That's what people were worried about with Notre Dame.
Well, it sure as hell burnt down.
It burned down.
And the trees that they use for the roof are no longer in existence. So they can't rebuild it how it was built in the first place, even if they wanted to.
So I didn't really think about this or do much research on it, but what is your thought on restoring historical landmarks like that? So, for example, like the Roman Colosseum, right? The thing basically turns to crap because nobody wants to restore it or anything like that, but is restoring it, does that diminish in your opinion, right? So something, why not keep something like your house, for example? Like, right, part of your house falls off. You're not like, you know what, I'm going to keep it. Historical value. I'm going to keep the hole in the side of my house.
Well, I think they should do, like, for example, Key West homes. They're old.
Right.
But they don't stay. They fix them up, but they keep the originality of it.
Sure.
Kind of like, I do think they renovate a little of the Roman Coliseum.
Well, but I'm a big fan of, like you have a vehicle and something needs to get replaced. Why not replace it with like an upgrade if it doesn't cost much more, right? So it's like a better this or a better that, so you don't have these problems again, right? So like you do work on the house, and you're like, oh, I need to replace, I don't know, like the vanity in my bathroom. Are you going to go get a crap cheap vanity if you're planning on being here for the next 20, 30 years, or do you get something better, right?
Depends on what it is, because you're not going to put a touchscreen audio system in a 1969 Shelby Mach 1.
That's true. Yes, it all depends on what it is. So I guess for something like, Notre Dame, the Coliseum, like anything old historical value, I mean, I don't think there's anything wrong with giving it a good renovation and not necessarily getting up to date. Like, you're not going to change the face on this thing. So you want the Roman
Coliseum to actually be a Hard Rock Live?
Sure. I think that would work.
They have concerts in there.
They do?
Yeah, how it sits now, yeah. They have events in there.
But I guess, so my thought is, it's like, you mean to tell me that if it was available to them at the time, they wouldn't have upgraded to, like, indoor plumbing?
Well, you remember the Roman Coliseum, they used to fill that sucker with water and have boat wars.
They did all sorts of crazy shit there.
It's crazy.
They did all sorts of crazy shit.
The place was crazy.
Yeah.
Like, it was a shit show of Roman insanity.
I think that we should do a DNA test, and we should throw in a little sample of the dirt from the Roman Coliseum and see what our 23andMe comes back to look like.
Now, there's a lot of blood that was there.
Like, you are part hippopotamus and elephant.
Yeah, they fought everything.
Everything. They had animals fighting each other.
It was like a wild group. What it was is the billionaires of the day had a bloodlust. Yeah. And they just got to do whatever they wanted.
Yeah, and then eventually someone discovers something like, rugby or football or something like that, and they were like, this is a hell of a lot less violent. We could have started with sports.
Think how crazy this is, though. Imagine, like, you take the Amway, and the owner goes, I've got an idea. Let's fill it with water and have a boat war.
Well, looking back, like, okay, so the UFC is the closest thing we have to the gladiators. Would you agree?
Yeah.
Right? Looking back, like, if you were to take someone from that time and just bring them to a UFC event, I think they would be like, yeah, this is a much better idea.
Yeah, we don't have to die.
Yeah.
And we don't have to be slaves to do it either.
Right. So we can just use our hands. We don't have to use that spear.
Yeah.
I gotcha.
And you can tap out?
You can call it quits?
Yeah.
Oh, so you could tap out and still look like a bitch. Oh, so you don't have to die.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Oh, and referees decide, oh, this is amazing. This is so cool. And then you go back and they're literally like, yes, no. Okay, slit his throat.
You brought it up. Is Conor really retired? Was that really a thing, or was he just BSing?
I think he's BSing. I think he wants...
I think he's done.
No, he's got a fight scheduled.
No, I mean, like, I think he's done. Like, I think...
Oh, yeah. I don't know. I think he needs an easy win, and I don't like saying that because it's not like a participation trophy.
Ronda Rousey territory.
I think so, too. But that doesn't mean he can't bounce back. Look at John Jones. That dude just wants to fight. You know what I'm saying? So there's a difference between somebody who just wants to fight. Dude, Conor made a lot of freaking money. Would you be that interested in fighting?
Conor could take losing.
No.
I don't think he takes it well.
He doesn't take it well. But I think he needs a layup. But here's the deal with the layups is he could still lose. Guy can still knock him out. You're not walking into a UFC fight.
Screwing up and he needs to go into boxing. Because that's where the money is.
Well,
they don't pay those MMA fighters.
No, they don't. But he'll make money.
He made more money in that one fight with Roy Jones. Not Roy Jones. I'm getting them mixed up. But anyways.
Floyd.
Yeah, Floyd Mayweather. Than he did in his whole career in MMA.
Floyd made more money in that fight than he did in any other fight.
Floyd made more money than every MMA fighter did probably for the whole year.
Of all time.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but with that being said, I mean, I think he needs a fight that he has a really good chance at winning. that, might challenge him a little bit so he gets that good confidence and then maybe wants to hit the gym and train harder. Otherwise, you made your money. Your whiskey's doing well. Apparently, his whiskey's doing really well. He's making money doing a bunch of stuff. I feel like he's getting into a movie. There's some stuff going on.
Hypothetical.
Sure.
Who wins in an MMA fight? Steven Seagal or Arnold Schwarzenegger?
Arnold Schwarzenegger.
I think Steven whoop his ass.
I think Steven can only throw
Fat,
people around.
Lazy Steven Seagal.
I think is Aikido, right? Is that his?
Yes.
His thing? I think isn't Aikido more like a defensive thing?
Yes.
Yeah. So Arnold could just stand there and wait for him to screw up and then bear hug him until his head pops.
But Steven's big.
Speaking of head pops, how about, because here's the deal. We talked Game of Thrones briefly. We're not talking the new season because Janet hasn't watched all of it yet. We're catching up together. How about, do you remember the episode with when the mountain fights the viper?
Yes.
Do you remember the head pop?
Vaguely.
That's where, so the scene where he's basically yelling, admit that you killed my sister, admit that you killed her children. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
They're fighting, and the mountain's down. He's on the ground. And then the mountain grabs him, flips over him, and he goes, I raped your sister, I killed her children, and I'm going to pop your fucking head. And he just puts his fingers in his eye sockets and squeezes, and he fucking blows his skull out.
I don't see. I remember
brain all over the place. You need to watch that. I want to say it's like season 4 or 5. I think it's season 4, episode like 7, 8, somewhere around there. Really freaking good. Really good. I liked that guy too. It sucks when you like somebody in Game of Thrones and they die because they all die. Starting with fucking
that's
Ned.
That's what they do.
Yeah.
They're like, hey, let me introduce you to this lovable, great character that you'd be willing to watch for a decade.
Yeah.
But oh wait, we're gonna kill him.
Yeah.
Real fast.
Oh sure. Oh sure.
And then we're gonna have his head on a stick for his daughter to see later.
And I'm like, whoa. I'm watching this because this is the Lord of the Rings guy.
Like, isn't he on the cover?
Yeah.
Like, how is he dead?
What the fuck just happened?
Does he come back to life?
Not everybody comes back to life.
Speaking of that,
are we gonna spoil? No, it's not spoil stuff for people, right?
We haven't even said who it is. But speaking of that, do you think he can even die? I don't think he can.
Now?
Because he's already dead.
Before.
Now.
No. Okay. I have a theory behind this. Do you remember in the earlier, like maybe season 2, 3, do you remember the guy that gets killed by the hound and then gets brought back to life? It's like the cult of people that follow the light, or the god of light, or whatever it is.
Oh, the red lady.
But this is not, the red lady wasn't there. This is another guy, and
it's been so long.
Yeah, there's another guy who basically gets cut by the hound, and his magistrate or whatever the guy is, I'm talking about, whoever the healer is, brings him back to life. That's who the red lady was referencing when she was like, I don't know if I can do it.
Oh.
Because this other guy did it. So this other guy gets brought back to life a bunch, and he says that he keeps losing a piece of him. Like every time it happens, like he feels himself losing something, right? So my thought is, as long as she's there to keep doing it, he can keep coming back.
Maybe. I don't know.
Either way, it's cool because I think he's alive.
I think there's a lot of stuff to tie up for a final season.
Yeah. Yeah. There's also rumors. Did you hear rumors that after this they may do a little hiatus and then come back and do like what started all of this, like 1,000 years before, like back in the time of the dragons?
Have you watched Fear of the Walking Dead?
Yeah.
You know how it's not half as good as The Walking Dead?
Right.
I feel like that's how it'd be.
I think so too, but I think enough people would still watch it.
Yeah.
Because they want that fix, And then I think the other thing, too, is after the end, they're going to do something where it's like, a 10-year of, like, after the reign of the person who's on the throne.
Yeah.
And it, like, almost starts all over again.
I think HBO's in trouble.
You think so?
Yeah, because let's face it, it isn't. This ending has nothing to do with they wanted to end Game of Thrones. This ending has to do with those actors and actresses are costing way too much money.
Oh, yeah.
And they can't afford to keep this show going.
They're not getting the best comedy specials anymore. Everyone's going to Netflix.
Here's the shows that I think that are memorable right now that are on. Ballers.
Okay, Ballers is good.
Billionaires, isn't it? Or Millionaires?
Billions.
That one's good. And then Game of Thrones. But other than that, you can't really name a lot. But you can tell me 25 Netflix specials.
But Entourage. So
it's over.
I know, but there's a huge gap between Entourage and whatever it is, Billions.
Yeah, and Californication was another one.
Californication.
But that wasn't HBO. That was
that
Sopranos
Showtime?
Was HBO.
Showtime?
Yeah.
You know what? I mean, look, in my opinion, HBO fucked up when they didn't go hard dick.
What?
Dude, those late night shows, man. People want wet vagina, hard dick.
What, like Skinamax?
Yeah.
Is Cinemax even around?
I don't even know.
So what is the new one? So Stars is relatively new. It made its way in like the late.
I don't remember
mid-90s.
anything good coming from Stars, though. Do you?
Not original series.
So like Showtime had some good stuff, right? Doesn't Showtime have what's that damn show that everybody likes?
Well, I like the Showtime show. There's a lot of good Showtime shows.
What's the one with the messed up dad and they drop him off in Canada?
Oh, yeah.
What show? That's a damn good show.
Yeah. The one that's based in Chicago.
Yeah.
How am I not remembering the name of this? Anyway, look up Showtime series.
Yeah, I'm going to look it up.
But there's several of them. Ray Donovan's another one on Showtime that's really good. Now that you're talking about it, I think Showtime might have better series than HBO.
Let's see. Showtime TV shows. Billions is Showtime.
Oh, well, then there you go. There's another one of those.
Shameless.
Yeah, that's it.
Shameless. Homeland.
People like that. I haven't seen it, though.
Dexter. Dexter was Showtime, apparently.
But it's over, too.
I know, but
so you can't really count that one.
No, I'm thinking good series, that came from there. I don't know, Weeds. There's not a lot that seems. Let me see. So HBO.
I never
series.
watched Weeds.
You know what? I think I started watching a first episode recently to try to see. And there's too many other shows that are going on.
You got to give HBO credit though, because Game of Thrones, The Wire, and Sopranos were all theirs.
True Blood, Deadwood, The Wire, Westworld.
Westworld's okay.
Big Little Lies.
No.
I'm trying to read Sopranos, Sex and the City. Sex and the City was a big one.
Yeah, but we're talking past tense.
No, yeah, I gotcha. Boardwalk Empire.
That was good.
That was good. Yeah, but right now, Netflix, and I don't want to say Amazon because Amazon does enough to make you happy with the fact that you get their service for free with Prime.
Amazon's just doing it for fun.
They're doing it for fun. They're doing it just to fuck with people.
Sneaky Pete's good, though.
Sneaky Pete's a damn good show.
I like Sneaky Pete.
Sneaky Pete was good, and Man in the High Tower was good.
I kind of fell off on that one because they broadcast that one right when other really good stuff is on.
Yeah, I would go back and watch it. I liked it. It was pretty cool. Got a little weird. Got a little lost-like towards the end.
But here's Hulu. If you're listening, which I'm sure you're not.
I don't subscribe. Do you subscribe?
Yes. If you're listening, stop making it to where I can't watch it all at one time. That is the biggest mistake of why I feel HBO is not doing well and why Stars and Showtime and the rest of them. The fact that I have to wait for a Game of Thrones pisses me off.
Yeah.
The fact that I can get on Netflix the day that sucker comes out and watch the whole thing. I love it.
Dude, that's why House of Cards destroyed it.
Yeah,
people
and then he had to go and ruin it being a weirdo.
People would take 2 days off work.
How's he not in jail, by the way?
I don't know.
Freaking weird. What is with the pedophilia? It's just it's just coming out more and more and more and more and more.
I think it was always there. It's just coming out more.
Yeah, social media catches up now.
Yeah, I agree.
Well,
was that it for Game of Thrones?
Yeah, because you won't let me talk about it because God forbid we talk about season 4.
Season 4 is fine.
Yeah, I'd have to do a refresher to figure out. Who's your favorite character? There's a good one.
Oh, man.
Mine's the little sister.
Mine's Ned Stark.
There ain't much there to be still involved about.
No, Arya. I'm digging Arya now. She's bad dude.
Mm-hmm.
She's a bad dude.
I don't like the older sister.
Are there? Yeah, she's a bitch, right?
Mm-hmm.
Are there good guys and bad guys, or is it? Are they good or bad depending on what side you're on? You get what I'm trying to say? So, like the Lannisters, are the Lannisters bad, or can you like the Lannisters and they're good and the other people are bad?
No, because Kingslayer's good.
I like him.
Yeah.
You know, in a weird way, I like Jaime Lannister.
When this all started, he was only a known actor. If you think about it.
Ned Stark.
Not huge, though.
He did Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, but he wasn't like he wasn't a huge actor, like a leading role actor.
God, who else? There was anybody else in there that was that good?
No, and think about who the biggest actor is to come from that show.
Midget Man.
He was already an elf.
He was an elf.
Yes. And so the biggest actor to come from
Dinklage,
that...
is that his name?
Dinklage, Henry, yeah, something like that. Anyways, the one you're forgetting, and people forget, is Drago. So you don't even remember.
Oh, yeah.
Jason Momoa.
Jason Momoa.
That's where he started.
Yeah.
Now he's the biggest one.
It's a great call.
And he was a rapist weirdo the whole time.
He's a bad dude.
He's weird in real life.
Yeah.
Like,
Well,
real weird.
I think he's a little too excited. Did you see him on Fallon?
Oh, anything he's on, he's like shot out of a cannon.
He was throwing spears on Fallon.
That doesn't surprise me.
That shit was crazy, man.
Fallon's the best late night guy.
Yeah.
By
I think
far.
he tries to stay as neutral as possible, and it's tough.
Yeah.
But
I do yearn for the old guys again. Like, I do feel like Letterman and Leno were better.
yeah, but that was a different time. You know what I mean? It was a different time.
I don't like Kimmel.
No, I don't like Kimmel at all. Dang it, I had something written down. Oh,
You
I
put
wanted
almonds on top of it.
I know I did put almonds everywhere. I got hungry. That's how you know. Like what are we? 45 minutes in? Let me see.
We need snacks.
52 minutes in. I knew we needed snacks. So huge shout out to one of our fans, Paul Henry. He won some of that swag from City Tavern.
Nice.
Yeah, he's. Everybody gave me some song recommendations for the run, and I did a random drawing.
Was his Feels Like a Woman?
I forget what the song was, but I put everybody in a random generator, and it ended up being him.
Is that how you pick where to go to eat with Janet, too?
We have a little spin wheel sometimes.
Do you actually follow it, though, or do you spin it and then go, I don't want to go there?
We have one of those things. It'll eliminate an elimination wheel. So you spin, and it'll pick the ones you can't have.
That's got to be the most common couple fight.
Where to go?
Where to eat?
She hates when she asks me what do I want for dinner. You know what my answer always is? I don't know, something light.
You know what my answer always is?
What's up?
Pizza or Chinese. You know, want to know why? Because Morgan don't like pizza and Chinese.
That's awesome. I've been craving Chinese big time.
How about bite of pizza, bite of Chinese? By the way, is it General Tussauds, shows, or however you want to say it? How is the proper way to say TSO?
Tao.
It's Tao?
General Tao.
No one orders it that way.
Yeah.
Call up right now and they'll be like, what are you talking about?
I guess some General Tao. I like Kung Pao.
I say Chow's. I order it from the guy from The Hangover.
But what if we did like a Kung Pao pizza?
You'll try F on me? I'm sure that California Pizza Kitchen has some. I know they have a Thai peanut pizza.
That sounds good.
It's okay.
Man, now I'm getting
know,
hungry.
Yeah. Did you know that California Pizza Kitchen, if you order your pizza and they want you to try new pizzas. So if you order a pizza and you decide you don't like it, they will remake you the one you do like.
Really?
Because they want you to try all of them. It's also why they're so god dang expensive. I went there with Morgan in Camden. It was like $70. I could have eaten somewhere real nice.
That's crazy. That's a lot of money for a pizza.
You know where else is expensive? Is Red Robin.
Yum.
Yum.
Didn't we eat there a bunch?
Yeah.
Pensacola, right?
Yeah.
I love that place.
That's where people eat Excedrin. Oh, we need to have him on the show.
That's a good story. Hey, so I know we're dying down here. Once we start eating, it screws everything up. But
Well, it's because you eat like you go.
I know. So, God damn it. So, let's talk the real Game of Thrones. All right. The Clintons are the Lannisters.
I thought you were going to say who took a bigger dump.
No, the Clintons are the Lannisters, right?
Yes and no. Yeah. Well, then that means Bill died way too early. By a hog.
No, that's Baratheon.
I thought that was his wife.
She's a Lannister.
Yeah, but, I mean, that was her husband.
He was a Baratheon. He's Stannis. Remember Stannis? So he's Stannis, Robert Baratheon, and the other one. That's why the war started, because nobody knew which one was heir apparent.
You know what would make this so much easier? Have you ever looked at the genealogy of Game of Thrones? Like, all the names and where they come from?
Yeah.
If they would just call them, like, Smith, Watson, like, normal last names, I could follow the show so much easier. But Baratheon? I'm like, who the hell is Baratheon? What are we talking about here? Like, my brain doesn't even think of that. It's too... I don't know. But what's worse is try to follow Star Trek.
Yeah, I can't.
My God.
Star Wars is different. Star Trek I can't do.
Even Star Wars gets like that, though, too.
It's not too bad.
No.
There's Jedis and there's everybody else.
Yeah, they kind of keep it to 2.
So who are the Starks? Because everybody kind of likes the Starks, right?
I don't know where they came from.
The Wardens of the North.
Yeah, Winterfell.
Mm-hmm.
Duh. Is it Winterfell or Winterfeld?
Fell.
See, too much.
So the Starks would be like who? Who'd the Starks be?
They sure ain't the Trumps because they ain't very rich.
No.
I don't know.
Would they be, no, I wouldn't be like the Kennedys. Although everybody liked Kennedys.
Who's the Mad King?
Targaryens, the Mad King? I don't know, man. Maybe the Bushes.
It's a wild show. It's like a mixture of Lord of the Rings meets House of Cards.
Yeah, so my thought is it's like, can that translate to anything else? So, for example, like, the game... So, the idea of the Game of Thrones is, and I think it was Cersei Lannister that said it was, the game, you either win or you die.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, there's no in between. Like, if you're going for the throne, you either get it or you die. That's it. So, it's like... You can't compare that to much other stuff.
Did you watch the episode?
No. I told you we're waiting.
This won't ruin it for you. She says a quote that is phenomenal.
Great, so she doesn't die yet?
Nobody's going to die in the first episode.
We're in season 6.
Oh, well, Jesus. You can see a preview and see she's alive.
I know.
So, she says... If you want a whore, you can buy her. If you want a queen, you have to earn her. And I was like, yep, that's going to be the female fight song for the next 20 years.
Which drives me nuts, because all that shit comes from Me Too stuff.
I thought it was very powerful in the moment of the show.
Was it political stuff transferring over into entertainment?
No. I don't feel like they play that card that much. That's why they've done pretty well, I feel like. They stay away from that.
Does it upset you the amount of hot chicks that they killed?
There's more. There's always more. Like, they just find them.
Yeah.
Under rocks and stuff. But, like, all the storylines, I can tell you this without ruining anything. All the storylines come to a head in that first episode. Like, not a lot happens, but they all, like, every storyline that was, like, out in its own and like, is this person going to find out this and is this person going to find out that? They all went, nope. And they bound that sucker up fast because they had a lot to do in one episode.
All right, so how long before they come up with a porn version of the Game of Thrones?
I'm sure it's already out.
Remember Pirates?
No. There's a Pirates of the Caribbean one?
Yeah.
I'm sure you've watched it.
There's like blockbusters. They spent like a lot of money, like millions apparently.
There's that kind of money in porn, like the production of porn.
Yeah, these a lot of people paid for. Like a lot there, in certain places you can go see them in theaters.
What? That'd be awful.
Yeah, you gotta be in like Vegas or.
Dude, that'd be like you'd have Pee Wee Herman over there pulling his junk out again, like
Yeah.
he did.
Well, they have like spank boats and stuff like that.
What?
I don't know, man. There's weird shit going on.
The weirdest thing to me is the one where you see. I've never been to one, but you always see them on the older movies, like from the '80s, where you throw the quarter in and the screen goes up and the girl dances, and then after a certain amount of minutes, it like goes back down. You got to put a quarter back in.
Yeah.
That to me is the most awkward thing in the world.
Peep show.
Yes.
I'm looking online and there are, Game of Thrones porn parodies. Dude, near 2.4 million views. Oh, this is an hour and 10 minutes.
It's a full-on production.
Yeah, dude, I'm looking at it right now. It's legit. There, I can see characters, similar characters. These chicks banging a midget.
Oh, gosh.
Well, there you go.
So it's already out.
Game of Bones. Game of Bones. Winter came everywhere.
Oh, my God.
This is amazing. This is amazing. You guys need to look this up. Game of Bones.
Why are you leaving it on me for this? You're the one talking about the weird porn.
Guys, check it out. Pornhub.com, Game of Bones.
How does Pornhub work?
You're welcome. I think you have to subscribe to it.
What you think? If anybody would know, it's you.
I've been using the same place for the last 10 years.
So you're not a quitter.
Nope. It works. I don't get viruses.
Lord have mercy. What's your Game of Thrones? Or you don't tell your secrets?
You're talking about my site?
Yeah.
I'm not telling it. I don't want you fuckers out there ruining my shit.
Well, I just don't see, because, you know, all that stuff seems to be free. Like, how do they make any money?
Ads.
Oh.
It's all ad money. But they want you to subscribe because I clicked on one thing and it was like $99 for a video. I'm like, what in the fuck? This shit's supposed to be free.
I won't pay for this.
Nope. Click.
Let me watch an ad and get a virus.
Yeah.
That's much more worth it. Now we know why you get Max.
Yeah.
Virus free.
Yeah. Virus free. Pop up free. I don't got to worry about anything.
So this show has just now gone, as usual, back to something disgusting.
Yep. We're off topic. I didn't really have anything else, I don't think.
I don't either.
You have anything? It was just a big freaking weekend. I had a race. Nothing big. I didn't do phenomenal. 9.3 miles. My age group.
I would have got 80th.
But, yeah. Oh, my God. Listen, shout out to my buddy. GQ. He's on our running team. He did 9.3 miles in 1 hour, 1 minute, and 58 seconds. That, my friend, is 9.3 miles at a 6 minute, 38 second pace.
Hells no.
That's ridiculous. He got like 12th overall, first in his age group.
Somebody ran faster than that?
Somebody ran 49 minutes. It was a 5:16.
People not.
That's insane. To me, that's insane. I'll never do that.
No, because you're not from Kenya or Ethiopia.
Well, that's racist.
It's because they obviously have less oxygen in the air. When they run here, there's a ton more.
They run from cheetahs.
Well, I mean, that's racist. But the fact that they're, because Kenya, right, the air is very thin. So when they run, let's say, in New York, they get a lot more oxygen.
Yep.
They can last longer.
Yeah. Plus, I mean, I'd have to look it up. I don't want to say anything out of turn, but I think biologically they have some genetic differences that allow them to do it better as well. It's kind of like
I'm genetically more able to eat a whole 4 pizzas than that Ethiopian is.
Sure.
I guarantee it.
I think that's financial. I don't know that that's genetic.
Now, again, there's rich people in Ethiopia.
Oh, man. So, what was the other? So,
I think his brain just stopped.
my brain did just stop because I was thinking about the run. I got sidetracked. Oh, we were talking about how the Magic won the first game of their playoff series. They are now losing 96-69.
That's
with,
over.
with 9 minutes left in the fourth.
The Raptors said, we were asleep the first game. Now we're going to come back and crush your face.
No longer sleeping, so bye-bye Magic. They're probably
Kawhi
done.
Leonard has like 25 points.
I don't even want to look it up. Something else going on? I don't even know.
That new football league pulled out of Orlando.
Really?
Yeah.
Gone already?
They won, too. They were like the best team in the freaking league, and now they're gone.
Why?
I don't know. I saw something where Steve Spurrier was really pissed because that was their coach.
And he was really pissed at Orlando?
Either that or the league itself just completely went away.
For pulling out. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, before I forget, because we were talking about the run. We were talking about that guy that did a 5 minute and 16 second.
Yes.
My final 0.2 of a mile, I sprinted to try to catch up to some people. There's some people in front of me, and it was my only motivation to run fast. So I ran the 0.2 of a mile at a 4 minute and 47 second pace.
So that's flying.
Did
you throw up?
Almost. I ran straight towards the porta potties because I didn't know if I was going to shit myself or puke or something like that.
I'll make a deal. So I was riding the bike the other night, and I was busting my ass trying to get in the top 20, which is freaking impossible, I found out. Best I've ever done is 31. And because there's like thousands of people. And I'm literally giving it all I have. And you can just imagine what I look like. And I think I'm alone, and then I look over to the left, and Morgan is videotaping me.
Oh, man.
And I will make a deal right now. If we can get 100 likes on this video, I will put that video on the internet. So, 100 likes, you get to see me. I'm pretty sure I look like I'm having a stroke. And I really honestly don't want that on the internet because it makes me look like a goddamn idiot. So, but yeah, she definitely took video of that.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Does she have it or do you have it?
She has it, but she'll be happy to put it on the internet.
I'm sure she would.
And I get mad. I haven't actually seen it, but I get mad and I look over at her and I'm like, I'm not going to do this again if you keep doing this to me. Like I'm all pissy because I'm like, embarrassed a little bit.
Yeah.
And I got my towel over my head and I'm like dying.
Dude, that's a very vulnerable state.
Dude. First off, it was a hill climb. So this thing has different, intensity levels. And this is as high as it can go. And what she has you do, it's high enough to where when I have all my weight to keep a RPM rate of 75, which is pretty decent, and I'm standing and using my weight as well, it's hard to do it. And then she goes, now sit down and do it for a minute at 75. And I'm like freaking out, like dying. Like you feel your muscles shredding.
Does it have a position like 1, 2, and 3 or something like that?
It doesn't move up and down.
No, but position 1, I think, is you riding, 2 is you standing up, and 3 is you squatting over the seat.
Yeah, I've not done the squatting over the seat one yet.
That's a motherfucker.
They have to where you ride on the back of the seat to where you want to dig your heel in. I guess it works a different part.
Yeah, that's close.
Makes my butt hurt.
Yep.
So.
Yep, I definitely wear bike shorts when I do that. But yeah, when you are at physical exhaustion, you're very vulnerable. So it's you feel like you look like crap. You feel like you're defeated. Dude, I saw my daughter at mile 25 on the marathon, and I just started crying. I just started crying. Oh my God, I love you so much.
Oh my gosh.
Bawling. Because, dude, everything was left on the freaking table. You felt like crap. You felt like you were going to die. Speaking of which, I can never complain because did you happen to see the Marine crawl across the Boston Marathon finish?
Heard about it. Did not get into it. I've had the busiest 2 weeks of my life.
Yeah, I didn't get the details enough to figure out how far he went, how long he crawled. I'm looking at it right now. But, the dude was exhausted, and he crawled across the finish.
We forgot to talk about our boat trip.
What happened?
Our boat trip.
I was too drunk. I don't remember.
Were you that drunk?
I got drunk.
You were pretty drunk.
I
was the only one that stuck with beer the whole time.
Yep.
You and Sam got on the Lycra, and that's when it got wild.
Long Island iced teas, baby.
We rode the dang pontoon boat from Titusville all the way clear down to halfway to New Smyrna.
Solved all the world's problems.
Yes, and then forgot about it.
Yep.
And we had full intentions of going to Goodrich's, which is a really good, well, you don't know yet because you still haven't eaten there. We get there, and their boardwalk where you tie up the boat or whatever had been washed away in the hurricane, so we couldn't tie up. So then we go to an island because I had brought a grill, and we had brought meat to cook.
What did you forget?
I forgot the lighter.
Yep.
So I had to ask some guy I saw smoking on the island for his lighter, and I lit the grill. That was good, though, by the way.
Kevin bought a dirty grill and hasn't cleaned it in 10 years.
I did not buy a dirty grill.
There's no explanation for why that grill is so dirty.
There's another thing. I want to know in the comments, do you clean your grill, or do you leave that glorious flavor on there? Just heat it up real hot.
We had hot dogs that tasted like God knows what, but it wasn't hot dogs.
You said they were good, though.
They were good. I'm not saying they weren't good. I just don't know what flavor that was.
That was whatever's on that grill. I'm telling you, I'm not the only one. But anyways, so on the way back, hopefully you remember, Frank was in this like state of just sitting. Like he wasn't really I think you were enjoying the moment, but you were also trying not to throw up.
Yeah.
So we're headed back, and me and Sam are on a 10. Like, that pontoon boat is wide open. The wind is blowing straight at us. We got 3 to 5 foot swells coming at us because it's windy as hell. And that goddamn pontoon boat, it doesn't, like, jump waves. It smashes through waves.
Right through them.
And we're soaked. It was great.
I mean, I remember all that.
Stereo was wide open.
I just remember having a drink, thinking, we're pulling up to the car, and I'm still drinking.
That's when you know it was good. I stopped when we pulled up.
I don't feel well.
I stopped when we pulled up earlier at 220. You guys kept going because I knew I had to load that boat and not wreck it.
Kept going.
I had probably stopped for a good hour.
I was peeing all over the place. I couldn't stop peeing. By the way, Sam, I love you, buddy, but you are the longest pisser I have ever met in my entire life. Sam, there's a time when you and Sam went up to the same bush to pee. You finished, I went up and peed, and Sam was still going.
He might have to have that prostate looked at.
I'm honestly thinking so, Sam.
Yeah.
Sam, Kevin's going to look at your prostate for you.
He definitely drank the most out of all of us.
Yeah. Well, I don't want to throw him under the bus on the show.
No, nobody was, like, out of their minds.
No.
First off,
it was hot, and we were drinking beer.
We parked the boat. We washed the boat. We covered the boat. And we did not wreck the boat.
Yeah.
No, obviously. And it was windy as hell.
So
if we were in any sort of bad shape, we would have never parked that boat without messing it up.
Yeah.
Like, it went as smooth as possible.
Did we do something? Oh, we didn't beach the boat enough on the island. We almost lost the boat.
Yeah, but that wasn't, we weren't even drinking at that point.
No, but we did almost lose the boat.
Well, that was because the freaking boats kept flying by and spinning up humongous swells.
Yeah, it was a good time.
It was a great day.
We
saw some dolphins.
We saw dolphins.
We talked to police.
Coast Guard?
No, it was like TPD.
Oh, yeah, it was.
Water.
It was really BCO.
Weird. Them
right?
too. We saw both of them.
Oh.
Everybody was out.
It was really weird.
And then we saw a group of kayakers. We made fun of them because they didn't have motors.
Yep.
It was a great day.
We saw a bunch of people fishing. It was fun. We had a good time. We had every intention of recording stuff. Didn't do it.
No, because Frank left his phone on the other chair.
Yep.
On the other side of the boat. And I said, Frank, you should post some of this stuff on Instagram. And he goes, it's too far away.
Way too far away.
It was 4.5 feet away.
Yep. But it was a good time nonetheless.
It's a 20-foot boat.
So we should invite a fan out.
We did. Sam.
Oh, yeah, we did.
He's a friend fan.
Well, that idea is done.
Yeah.
We brought a fan on boat. Yeah. That was a good time. Look, it's really weird that Game of Thrones is starting now because summer's upon us.
And we're out on a pontoon boat.
We're on a pontoon boat, yet winter is coming.
We should dress like Game of Thrones with fans and go on a pontoon boat and then LARP on an island.
I think we should just LARP as Game of Thrones characters.
I want to really LARP. Like, that's not bullcrap. I really do want to LARP. So can we really do this? Can we make a LARPing team and go out and beat these nerds up?
Why do you have to take it to the next level? Why can't you just LARP? Why do we have to have a fucking team that involves me being on it?
Because they have real LARPing tournaments in Titusville.
Be on your own.
We could so win it, Frank.
You could be the mountain.
Yeah. Come on, we could do it. It'd be awesome.
All right. If
Who's going to
anybody
be our midget? We need to find a midget. Little person.
Jesus, they're little people.
And we're off the air.
Yep. Goodbye, everybody. We need to find it. If you're out there, you're listening, and you know anything about LARPing, why don't you hit us up and let us know where Kevin can LARP.
So I've already got an idea. Could you make your swords out of, like, soft foam stuff?
I thought you used steel.
Well, I was going to say we could take the soft foam stuff, dip it in water, and freeze it.
Oh.
Then we just beat the piss out of them.
You know, I finally understood the concept of practice swords.
What, the wooden ones?
No. So you ever see when so we'll use Game of Thrones for example, and they're Jaime Lannister's learning how to fight with his left hand,
Yeah.
and they're using swords. And you're like, that's kind of dangerous. They're using actual swords.
Yeah.
There was a scene where he was talking about that's a nice blade or whatever. But if I use a cut edge or whatever it is, right, a pointed edge, a cut edge, or something like that, I won't have an arm either, or something like that, right? And I was like, what the hell is he talking about? And then he goes, I haven't used a practice sword, whatever, or sparring sword is what he called it. And I was like, they just don't sharpen the blade.
So you're just getting whacked with a heavy piece of steel.
You're just getting whacked with a heavy piece of steel, but it can't, well, maybe it breaks skin. Maybe it breaks skin, but it's not designed to just cut straight through. You get what I'm trying to say? So you're just like getting hit with the back of a knife.
Have you seen the fire sword guy yet?
No.
That one's awesome.
Yeah, check that out.
Wait.
Yeah, check that out. So, yeah. So why don't we get unsharpened blades and have a real sword fight? We can even use katanas. We could do samurais.
I already have a sword.
What kind of sword?
A straight up Excalibur sword.
Where'd
It's
you get
not
that?
mine. It's Landon's. But I can borrow it.
Is it a long sword?
Yes.
Heavy sword, like the two-hander?
Landon, for some reason,
What do they call that? A great sword?
I don't know, but Landon went over to my grandmother's house, and my grandmother has this sword that has, like, some Jesus thing, like, on it, like, because she has all this memorable stuff with, like, Jesus loves you,
Yeah.
whatever. Typical grandma stuff. Landon's looking at the sword. She's like, would you like a sword? And he's like, yeah. I didn't think nothing of it. I just thought it was my grandmother's, like, talking about a sword, right? Come Christmas time, my grandmother got him a full-on, like, you could go to war in prehistoric lands.
Prehistoric?
Well,
What about, like, early times, maybe?
Yes.
Medieval times?
Medieval times.
Because, I mean, you could definitely go fight dinosaurs.
You could have definitely killed a dinosaur with this thing. It is so heavy. Like, he pulls this thing out of the box. Christmas time, you don't expect to see a sword come out of a box. And dude, we had to put it in a case and put it on a wall because this thing it's serious.
I once got a katana for Christmas, and somehow or another it was sharpened. And I got in trouble for cutting down all the trees in the backyard. I was fighting citrus trees.
What's the stupid one Raphael had?
The sai.
Those are the dumbest ones.
Well, you poke your eye out with those things.
What are those even? Who would pick that up and say, this is what I'm going to be?
I mean, bow staff works, and you're fighting against swords.
Yeah, but the bow staff, Morgan on freaking Walking Dead shows you how badass the bow staff is.
You know, when I was in martial arts as a younger person, I took a lot of bow staff classes.
You're destined for LARPing.
I fuck somebody up with a bow staff.
I want a Nerf ball with spikes on it, on a chain, on that stick, and I want to whack nerds right in their face.
That?
Yes, that's what this is. We can create anything we want. Like, I want to dress like Guar. You remember Guar?
Yeah, so can we make a real mace?
Yes. You can do whatever the hell you want as long as it's not going to kill them.
You know what I want? Like a big ass. I want Thor's hammer. No, I want the Stormbreaker. I'm going to go there dressed as Thor with the Stormbreaker.
I'm sure they have rules against it, but I don't give two shits. Our freaking crazy tribe of insanity is going to win that war.
I'm going to wear an American flag bikini and a cape.
I'm gonna go as Ted Nugent.
and boots. But not even like thigh high boots like you would think. They're just gonna be like barely above the ankle boots.
I'm gonna go as the cartoon version of Jack Black, where he's in the video game, where he's the rock guy, that his sword is his guitar. Yeah.
Can I just go as John Wick?
Yeah. Well, I don't think you can have guns, but I'm okay with it. It's going to be awesome.
We'll figure this thing out. It's actually starting to sound fun now. If I can really hit people with fake weapons.
No, I think you can. And if it's anything like Role Models, where some freaking little Chinese guy tries to make me kiss his ring, I am totally killing him.
I'm not doing any fucking sorcery shit.
I am going to run with my elfish friend that has a ball of kinetic energy around me that keeps me from getting hit, and I'm just going to stab the freaking little guy in the face.
If some kid comes up to me and he starts doing like one of these deals, I'm going to just throw my Thor hammer right in his fucking forehead. And then I'm just going to go, hammer!
And then it's not going to come to you.
No, you're going to throw it back at me.
Okay.
But you're trying to throw it straight so I can catch it.
No, I'm going to hit you in the face
Hammer!
with it. It's going to be awesome.
Yeah. All right, well, I'm excited about that too, by the way.
What?
The
Endgame.
The Endgame.
Yeah.
Was that this weekend?
I don't know.
I think it's Easter week. I think it's next weekend.
I don't pay to go to movies, so I won't
weekend
see it.
after Easter, so it's next Thursday.
Yep, I won't be going.
Next Thursday. I'm not going to pay to go see it. Opening day. I don't do that. I don't do opening day ever since the Black Knight,
I do
Dark Knight.
Star Wars because people dress up, and it makes me very happy.
I don't like people. I'll wait until a couple weeks from now, and I'll go catch like a daytime show, pick up my son from school, and then we'll go right to it and see it. We'll hit up Pizza Hut, too.
Not a fan of that place.
No?
Nope.
Cauliflower pizza.
I'm still not a fan of that place.
Cauliflower pizza, and I can get like a chicken fettuccine Alfredo
If I'm
deal.
eating pizza, it's going to be pizza.
No, that's like a snack.
It's not pizza.
It's a snack.
It's flatbread.
Yeah.
I want a pizza. If I'm going to eat a pizza.
I want a pizza.
Yes.
We had Valentino's the other night.
I haven't had Valentino's for quite a while. I haven't had pizza in a long time.
Valentino's, we had a meat lover. We had a margarita pizza. We had a couple. So I love that place.
Go to Anthony's?
Or
did you go to his uncle's?
No, we went to his uncle's because it's closer, and they went and picked it up.
You know the reason I don't care to eat there and I always get it to go? Not to say I love the food.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with it.
Mm-hmm.
I just can't see in there.
It's a little dark.
I'm like night blind.
Yep.
So when I go in there, I feel like I'm
Yeah.
either I almost try to fall asleep.
Yep.
And B, I can't see the menu.
Yeah. No, I gotcha.
I'm gonna bring a lantern in there one day.
It's the atmosphere. It's that like Italian. They make it like you're on a canal or something like that, right? With the way the painting and all that stuff is. Look, it's in the mall. They've been there forever. I think they're just kind of rocking it. But I agree, it's a little dark. We rarely eat there. Maybe on a rare occasion, it is a little dark. Yeah, it's like a T.I. concert.
Yep. Whatever.
Anyway. I think we're about done. We got anything else, Kevin? Any special announcements?
We touched on hints of racism.
Yep.
I talked about little people. Do we want to get in schmeeshmarts? Just to make sure we cover all the bases of getting kicked off YouTube.
Yeah. I'm glad this is recorded, though, because we would have had to start it all over. You kick us off and start all over again.
Yeah.
So look, summer is upon us. Game of Thrones, people are stoked about it. I'm not gonna lie, I'm stoked about it. Taxes, got ours done somewhat late, but they were submitted in time. The Dame Noture's on fire. That's really like all I had. Shout out to Paul. Anything else going on? Any other big events? Shout out to Paul. And by the time you guys listen to this, probably a shout out to Jesus too. My man came back
From the dead.
Came back from the dead. He Jon Snow'd that motherfucker.
And somehow that turned into an Easter bunny.
Yeah.
Because that definitely makes sense.
Makes a lot of sense. Santa Claus makes sense.
And the fact that Easter bunny lays chicken eggs even makes more sense.
Really weird, right?
Yes.
Super weird.
And as a child, if you believe in that one, I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah, that one's a big one.
Yeah.
I believe the Tooth Fairy more than that.
I believe that the Tooth Fairy's the most believable one.
I think so too.
Yeah.
Because you never see it.
Because they're paying for a good.
Yeah.
Like, they need those teeth for something.
They need them.
I mean, they may be grinding it up like elephant.
We're cloning
tusks.
people with your DNA, but
Yeah,
whatever.
Something. But it makes more sense than a fat man going down a chimney, or in your case, no chimney.
Giving you shit.
Yeah.
It's kind of weird.
Nothing's for free.
Halloween, no. The Krampus. You know about the Krampus?
Krampus.
Krampus.
It's Krampus.
It's not Krampus. What sort of foreign accent?
It's
would
evil
say
Santa.
Krampus.
It's freaking Krampus.
Krampus.
Alexa, say Krampus.
I pronounce that Krampus, but I'm always working on how I say things and I might not have it right.
Alexa, is it Krampus or Krampus?
I pronounce that Krampus.
Ah, one for the Kevin.
Hey, Alexa, go fuck yourself.
She just
she
said,
hung up on me.
She did.
All right, so for everybody listening at home,
It's Krampus.
it's Krampus. It's Krampus. But anyway, Alexa, play the most play the most recent episode of the Ordinary Guy Show.
And Frank doesn't know how to use Alexa correctly. Alexa, play the Ordinary Guy Show.
Here's Ordinary Guy's show.
It still works.
Carrie's Shawshank Redemption.
All right, everybody, have fun.
Alexa,